November 9th, 2024. The first streaks of dawn reveal the massive silhouette of the USS Harry S. Truman cutting across the vast Arabian Sea. On its flight deck, an elite group of Marine fighter pilots from the Black Knight squadron stands poised for a historic mission. Their objective? A critical underground base hidden deep within the rugged mountains of Houthi territory. Their aircraft of choice? The highly advanced F-35C partnered with the newly operational next-generation jammer. Today, these pilots will push the limits of the F-35 program like never before, unleashing a precise and devastating strike aimed at neutralizing a hardened cache in mere seconds. This operation has been meticulously planned for months, but it represents more than just a single sortie. It is the final undeniable proof of the F-35's combat prowess across all variants. In this video, we'll dive into every riveting detail of this unprecedented raid, from the backstory that led to its necessity, to the cutting-edge technology that made it possible, to the daring tactics employed by some of the finest aviators in the U.S. Marine Corps. We'll examine how the F-35's revolutionary design features were each tested to their maximum potential. We'll uncover the significance of the next-generation jammer, a technology so game-changing that it could redefine electronic warfare for decades to come. And we'll explore why November 9th, 2024 will likely be remembered as the day America showcased the full might of its modern carrier strike force to the entire world. But before we launch into the heart-stopping action of this strike, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you're passionate about military aviation, advanced technology, or stories of real-life missions that shape global events, then you're in the right place. Make sure you click that subscribe button right now, give this video a big thumbs up, and let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth videos on cutting-edge military technology and historical events. So let's dive in. To truly appreciate the magnitude of this operation, we have to set the stage. The conflict in Yemen has been a protracted, complex affair involving multiple factions, foreign interests, and deeply entrenched alliances. Over the years, the Houthi militants have proven their resilience by operating from well-fortified strongholds high up in remote mountainous regions. Intelligence reports indicated that one particular underground base was being used to store advanced weaponry and equipment believed to have been supplied through illicit channels. As the situation on the ground deteriorated, the U.S. Department of Defense determined that denying the Houthis access to these hidden stockpiles was critical for regional stability and global security. Enter the USS Harry S. Truman, a floating behemoth of American naval might. On board was the Marine Fighter Attack Squadron known as the Black Knights, a legendary unit with a proud heritage of service. Though many of its members have seen combat in earlier aircraft like the F/A-18 Hornet, in this new era, they've transitioned to the F-35C, the first and only stealth fighter designed specifically for catapult launches and arrested landings on aircraft carriers. The moment these jets arrived on deck, it was clear that American naval aviation had stepped into a bold future. But the real story behind the November 9th strike involves more than just the F-35C. This mission was also the first operational use of the next-generation jammer, an ambitious electronic warfare system poised to replace the aging ALQ-99 pods that had been in service for decades. Housed in newly designed pods slung beneath the wings of the F-35C, the next-generation jammer promises unmatched electronic attack capabilities, from jamming hostile radar and communications to deceiving surface-to-air missile batteries. In many ways, it represents a quantum leap in electronic warfare, making it nearly impossible for adversaries to detect, track, or even effectively respond to American aircraft until it's too late. As dawn broke on November 9th, the Black Knights prepped for what was dubbed Operation Eclipse. Intelligence briefings indicated that the underground base was protected not only by steep, inhospitable mountain terrain, but also by cutting-edge air defense systems smuggled in from external supporters. Such defenses might have once posed a serious risk to American aircraft. However, with the F-35C's stealth profile and advanced sensors, combined with the next-generation jammer, the playing field was dramatically altered in favor of the strike group. From the command center aboard the USS Harry S. Truman, Marine and Navy planners meticulously mapped out the flight path, taking advantage of the mountain's natural contours to obscure radar detection. Squadron leaders and electronic warfare specialists pored over the smallest details, expected adversary frequencies, known radar sites, and potential fallback communication channels. Each pilot and crew member understood they were part of a greater puzzle, all orchestrated to ensure mission success with minimal risk. Stealth is often misunderstood as making an aircraft invisible to radar. In truth, stealth is about reducing the radar signature to such a small profile that it becomes incredibly hard to lock on to. The F-35C's design accomplishes this through specialized coatings, a shaped fuselage that deflects radar energy, and an internal weapons bay that avoids bulky external stores. In other words, the F-35C can slip in and out of heavily monitored airspace without detection, a concept that drastically minimizes the threat from surface-to-air missiles. But stealth alone doesn't win battles. The advanced sensor suite of the F-35C is equally crucial, gathering data from multiple sensors and presenting the pilot with a single, unified picture. This phenomenon is often referred to as sensor fusion. In simpler terms, the pilot sees every piece of information laid out intuitively on a single display. That kind of clarity under pressure is invaluable. Where the next-generation jammer comes in is the electronic warfare segment of this mission. By generating deceptive signals and jamming enemy radars or communication networks, it not only prevents effective targeting of the F-35C, it also confuses enemy command and control. When you combine stealth, sensor fusion, and top-tier jamming, it effectively allows the strike package to approach its target with minimal interference. By the time alarms blare in the underground base, it's already too late. We're just getting started. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on the latest breakthroughs in military technology and real-world missions that shape our future. And please, leave a like if you're enjoying this detailed breakdown so far. We want to hear your questions and thoughts in the comments section below. Now let's return to the unfolding drama of November 9th, 2024. Shortly after sunrise, the deck crew signaled the first F-35C for launch. With a roar and a sudden thrust, the jet rocketed off the carrier's deck, catapulted by steam-driven pistons that accelerated it from 0 to over 150 miles per hour in mere seconds. More F-35Cs followed in rapid succession. Each pilot had practiced this countless times, but the tension was still palpable. Real-world combat strikes carry far more weight than any training simulation. Flanked by support aircraft, this strike package soared low across the sea, using the Earth's curvature to remain hidden from any long-range radar that might be scanning from the coast. While the technology inside the F-35C is state-of-the-art, success also depends on the human element. Rigorous tactics, rehearsals, intelligence coordination, and seamless teamwork between multiple branches of the U.S. military. As the jets neared Yemeni airspace, the next-generation jammer pods sprang to life. Their internal systems began scanning the electromagnetic spectrum, identifying frequency bands used by enemy radars and communication centers. With silent precision, these pods started transmitting counter signals, effectively blinding the adversary's early warning systems. Even if someone noticed an anomaly, the window of opportunity to respond was ruthlessly short. Time was critical. The pilots were acutely aware that while stealth and jamming severely complicate enemy defenses, None of it is an absolute guarantee. All it would take was a single lucky detection or a savvy radar operator to complicate the mission. Fortunately, the F-35C's sensor fusion gave each pilot real-time data on any signals that managed to slip past the jammer's net. From thousands of feet above, the mountainous terrain came into view. As the lead jet crested the ridgeline, its targeting systems locked onto the coordinates of the underground base. Intelligence had pinpointed ventilation shafts, access tunnels, and other structural weaknesses that might provide the best chance for a precise, crippling strike. The pilot toggled through the weapon systems, ensuring that the correct armaments were ready to deploy. The F-35C's internal weapons bay swung open for a fraction of a second, just enough to release a specially modified bunker-busting munition designed to penetrate fortified structures. What happened next took less than a heartbeat. The high-explosive warhead tore through layers of rock and reinforced concrete, delivering a chain reaction of force that reverberated through the subterranean chambers. Remote cameras mounted on drones and satellites later revealed the result. The mountain flank erupted in a towering plume of dust and debris, collapsing tunnel entrances and incinerating stored weaponry. In a matter of seconds, the base was neutralized. But the mission wasn't over yet. BDA, or Bomb Damage Assessment teams flying in specialized reconnaissance aircraft, needed to confirm the strike's success. Meanwhile, the F-35Cs carefully maneuvered through exit routes, ensuring they stayed outside the effective range of any surviving air defenses. The next-generation jammer continued to blanket the spectrum, making it all the more difficult for the enemy to organize a counterattack. By the time the first wave of jets began their return flight, the entire operation had taken only minutes. In the days that followed, international media outlets picked up on the story of the strike, though details remained scarce due to the classified nature of the mission. Still, enough information was released to confirm the success of the raid and to highlight the groundbreaking role of the F-35C and the next-generation jammer. Beyond the immediate tactical victory, this mission resonated across the strategic landscape. For the Pentagon and U.S. military leadership, the operation showcased the F-35's adaptability in real-world combat, vindicating years of research, development, and debate over budget allocations. All three variants of the F-35 had now seen combat in one form or another. The Air Force's F-35A in various theaters, the Marine Corps' F-35B from amphibious assault ships, and now, decisively, the Navy's F-35C from a carrier deck. With each successful engagement, the global perception of the F-35 program continues to shift from a controversial, over-budget project to a fearsome and transformative warfighting platform. As for the next-generation jammer, its debut was nothing short of historic for electronic warfare experts. The successful jamming and disruption of modern air defenses underscored the necessity of electronic attack capabilities in future conflicts. In an era where many nations are developing advanced anti-access area denial strategies to keep the U.S. military at bay, the ability to blind or mislead radar systems is invaluable. For adversaries observing the event, the message is clear. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps have officially closed a critical gap in their electronic warfare toolkit and have taken a significant leap forward. And that is the remarkable story of the U.S. F-35C's first strike in a high-stakes operation deep in Houthi territory, culminating in a mountain base being obliterated in a matter of seconds. November 9th, 2024, now stands as a milestone date, proving to the world that the F-35 program has come of age. The synergy of stealth, sensor fusion, and advanced electronic warfare isn't just the future of aerial combat, it's already here, rewriting the rules of modern warfare. Thank you so much for joining us for this in-depth look into one of the most consequential airstrikes in recent history. If you've stayed with us to the end, we appreciate your time and attention. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps our channel grow and brings you the best coverage of modern military technology and operation. Also, be sure to drop a like if you found this video informative and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on this mission. Once again, thank you for watching. Until next time, and we'll see you in the next video.